Hey guys, it's Steve.
Oh,
no, sorry, Steve.
Tiffany.
You know, y'all ain't heard from us in a while, but it's because our season kind of slows down in December.
Yeah.
That's kind of our off time. We get to go and recharge our batteries a little bit. Now, we're not doing nothing. We're still doing a lot of work compared to what you would think.
Yeah.
But we really don't start cranking back up until New Year's Day. And then it's on.
Yeah.
Then it's...
Seeding peppers every day.
But right now, we're going to go out and do a little harvest. We've really only got one thing that's putting out right now on the farm.
Except for eggs.
Well, yeah, the chickens are putting out on a daily basis. So we got fresh, organic fed, pasture raised eggs from our chickens. And we're enjoying them, and so are our customers.
Yep.
But we've got one crop that's producing. Now, we could have had more producing. We had 2 crops that just quit producing last week. Technically, one of them might have another harvest on it. But we could have more, but we just chose not to do anything. But we're getting ready to start doing something. So we're going to take you along with us right now. Let's see what we're doing. So, it is cold here in East Tennessee today. We got some snow in the higher elevations. We didn't get any snow. Got a little bit of sleet falling this morning, rain, sleet mix. Other than that, everything was kind of normal. Other than it's a little bit cold. So that's why I got a flannel on. Tiffany's all bunched up in a coat. So we're gonna walk down here to the lower field, and we're gonna do some picking. We got a market tomorrow, and we'll pick some, take to market. Now, mostly at market right now, we're selling our value-added stuff. Hot sauce that we usually make from basically our peppers. Every now and then, we have to buy a pepper. We're working towards being able to make our hot sauce organic. So, yeah, let me stop and show you what we got here. So, Tiffany, you want to talk to them about this, what we got?
So these are wood chips. So
come from an arborist, right?
Yep, they come from an arborist. And so when they cut trees down in our area, we have them bring them to the property, and we use them as mulch on our crops. Now this one's fresh. It was just like dropped off last week.
That's this year.
Yep. So you can see it's just freshly chopped up wood. Now I can see from the pine needles and the smell, this is mostly pine. I do know that they did tell me, and I knew what they were cutting down. This is also, there's some pecan in with that, but mostly probably pine.
And so this back here is last year's, correct, Tiffany?
That is correct.
So this is last year's. This looks similar to that when they brought it in, but you can look at the decomposition here.
You dig in here.
This is ready to go onto the garden this year.
Nice composted.
Composted.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then if you go over here, we still haven't used all of this.
We let the weeds kind of take this one over. It was just a negligence on our part.
But this one
is 3 years old.
Right. And this is nice.
That is 3-year-old wood chips, guys.
So you can imagine the organic matter that puts back in the soil.
This pile was over Tiffany's head.
Yeah.
And it started right about where the back of this pile is, and it went all the way up our almost to where that pile is right now. That one from last year. So it was a big one. So greenhouse ain't doing much this time of year. We're getting ready to start working on it. This, soon as weather dries up, will get tilled. We had some watermelon radishes in here that last week we got the last of. And we had some black Spanish radishes over here that are basically done. We might have one more harvest off of those, just depends. But people that don't think you can grow stuff this time of year are sadly mistaken, because you can grow crops. You just don't want to try to grow a tomato out here. You don't want to try to grow jalapeno peppers out here.
It may not be the crop It is a crop. And
But-
it's food, and it'll feed you.
But
so.
you can feed you and your family, can't you, Tiff?
Exactly.
And for us, we can feed the family and sell a few things.
Right. And there's a lot of things that you may think you may not like, but if you find out some different ways of cooking, you might decide you like it. Like radishes. I didn't used to like radishes, but I have learned I love certain types of radishes raw, and other types of radishes I love cooked. So, turnips is another one. Turnips, I love cooked turnips. Those are...
Picked the last of our turnips last week.
Yep.
They're done. So, here is what we're harvesting today. Now, I wonder if anybody knows what that is, Tiffany.
That's a good question. I bet if I pull one up, somebody will know.
Now, we're not going to be out here for a long time filming because it's cold. Our fingers are cold. So, Tiffany's going to show you what we got here. And I'm going to set the little camera up and let you watch us. Oh, that's a small one. What is that, Tiffany?
That is a daikon.
Is that a carrot?
It's a daikon.
A daikon what?
Radish.
Radish.
Now, some of the weather gets to some of these, so we take the outer leaves off, usually down here in the field, because they'll just compost down
Right back in the soil.
and give the soil back some nutrients. So take that back into the house, clean it off, good to go.
Now we use this dual purpose. This is a cover crop to keep the weeds suppressed and to break up the clay soil, and we can harvest it also. So here Tiffany's got a nice one. Turn your back. Nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna set you up, let you watch. So we are wrapping it up. Tiffany's probably picking the last couple of bunches. It's not a big market we're going to, and we don't want to overdo it, because unless the weather goes really bad, this stuff will keep right here in the field. We can harvest again for this weekend's market and for next week's market. So we should be about done. As you can see, we try to pick the bad greens off of these.
That one's not good. That one is gross.
Well, and that's what's going to happen eventually, and that's fine, because like we said, this is dual purpose. This is a cover crop and food to eat and food to sell. We'll lose it by the end of December more than likely, and that's all right, because it'll rot right here in the ground and feed the microbes and feed the worms and feed the organisms and supply vitamins and minerals, and it penetrates this hard clay soil and allows for water paths to go through the soil for better drainage. So cover crops are a very important part of gardening, but especially in an organic garden, and we are certified organic. So it's extremely important in that situation. Cover crops are a key to providing the minerals and the vitamins for next year's crops.
Cover crops are essential, and mulch and compost for those little white things right there. There's a lot of good stuff in our soil, and when you see that, that's what you're kind of looking for, because you know your soil's working.
And that's the whole thing that we try to do here, is to make the ground better than the year it was before. I want this to be a better piece of property for my kids to farm, hopefully, and if not them, it'll be for someone else to farm. And if my kids have no desire to take this over, then I don't want it to just become houses and condos. This is our plans is to keep this improving every year. Now, we would love to have 50 to 100 acres so that we could do a better homesteading life, and so that we could grow more crops and enjoy it more into retirement. And if that was the case, yeah, we would trade this for a good 50 to 100 acre plot. Yep. That we could homestead on, and we would count that as a trade-off. You know, it's not what we're had planned to do, but it would be a good trade-off for what we're going to do.
I got numb fingers.
So that means it's time to go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's nothing fancy. It's just a small little thing, and I'll finish this video off in a little while when we wash these and bundle them. I'll show you what we got after we're done.
Since we've been getting more
hey guys, editing Steve here. Didn't get around to getting you the video footage of the radishes once we got them done. It was late that evening when we got all our work done. We were tired, we went to bed. But I hope you appreciate what we did and what we showed you, and I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. We got some more videos coming out. Be sure you like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate you on this channel. Thank you.